guys, hope you are having a great day. Here it is literally freezing cold. It is so cold outside, and I thought I would make a video about vocabulary since I haven't made one like that before. So we're just going to go down a list, and these are vocabulary words that I thought would be really helpful for you. These are things that I say in conversation. I saw some vocabulary lists like, oh, learn this, but I would never use that in normal speech. So I think these will be helpful for you. The first one is complacent. Complacent is like you're satisfied with yourself, but it's kind of a not good thing. So it's like it's kind of looked down upon. Like if you say that person is complacent, then they're not seeing how they can improve. That person is just fine the way they are. They don't need to improve at all. Maybe they're not, eating healthy. And you say that's a complacent person because they're complacent with where they are. They don't want to grow. So, complacent is your first one. So you would say, this is a complacent person. She is complacent. Okay. Second one is kind of fun. It's actually two words. The first one is confidant, and the second one is confident. And there's only one letter that separates these two. Confidant has an A, confident has an N. You probably know the word confident. Confident is like, yes, I know I can do this. Maybe you say to your kid, yes, I am confident that you can learn how to read. So you are sure of something, you know something can happen. Confidant, see there's just a slight pronunciation change. Confidant is usually a person. So confidant is someone who you know that you can tell them a secret and they're not going to tell anybody else. They will keep it to themselves. They're not going to be sharing it. So I could say, my husband is my confidant. So I know that I can tell him something and he's not going to share it with another person. I could say, I am confident that he is my confidant. You see what I did there? So, confidant, confident. So this is a person. Okay. The next one is eloquent. I like this word. It just sounds nice, which is good because it's kind of what it means. So eloquent is talking about how you speak. If you say that person is an eloquent speaker, it means that they speak well in a way that persuades others, in a way that it sounds nice, the way they say it. So you want to be eloquent in your speech. You're picking out just the right words to say. You are a thoughtful speaker. You say it with the right tone. You're not mumbling. So many like politicians work on being an eloquent speaker. They want people to hear what they say and like how they say it and what they say. Other people, just in general, you want to be an eloquent speaker. I'm sure you want to be an eloquent speaker, and I am confident that you can be. So, eloquent. You are an eloquent speaker. Okay. The next one is also, I chose to put two words on here to help talk about these together. There's empathy and sympathy. Empathy and sympathy kind of mean the same thing. Most people will use them as the same word. They have maybe a slight difference in meaning, but they're kind of the same. Empathy is like, I understand what you are going through. You could say you had empathy for the mother in the grocery store whose child was crying. You've been there, done that. You've been in the grocery store when you can't get your child to stop crying. So you have empathy for that person. Sympathy is kind of the same thing. You're feeling badly for someone else because of what they're feeling. But this is almost like, usually people use it like you can buy, if you go to the store, you can buy a sympathy card. And it's kind of like, I'm sorry that this happened. So you can buy a sympathy card for someone whose loved one just passed away, whose husband just passed away, or something. You get a sympathy card. Or if someone is really, really sick, you could get a sympathy card for them. You are sorry that they feel that way. You have pity on them. So kind of the same word, a little bit different meaning, but a lot of people kind of use it the same way. But sympathy is definitely more like, I'm sorry that's happening. But they're both kind of like, I understand, and I'm like, I feel what you're feeling. So empathy and sympathy. Next one's fun. This one is gluttony. And the reason I chose to write, I drew a bunch of pictures of food on there, is because gluttony is when you overeat, when you eat too much. But this is like not just, oh, maybe I ate one too many bites. This is like a lot of overeating, and maybe like it's a habit. You make it a habit to overeat. So you eat a lot of food and it happens often. You would say that person is struggling with gluttony, or that person is gluttonous. So gluttony is kind of a fun word. Just think of lots of food. Okay, here's another one. Haughty, or haughty. This is how most people say it. You don't really say the T. Haughty. It's more like a D. A lot of times our T's sound more like a D. It's a softer T. So you wouldn't say haughty. You'd say haughty. Haughty. Which means I'm the best. Or at least I think that I'm the best. It's a prideful person. Is a haughty person. I think I'm the best at everything. I'm better than you type of thing. I'm the best. And you could say that person is haughty. They have a prideful attitude. Haughty. That one's kind of easy to explain. This one's kind of fun. I'm really proud of my picture on this one. Hypocrisy. Hypocrisy. This is like a person will say something, but they'll do something different. So they might say, I'm a vegetarian, but then when nobody's looking, they eat meat. Or they might say, I think it's good to exercise 5 times a week. But then you find out they never exercise. It's kind of like they say one thing, but they do another thing. They're not, it's kind of like integrity. They're not having integrity. Hypocrisy. It's the word. It's definitely negative. You wouldn't want somebody to call you a hypocrite. So hypocrite is a person, and then hypocrisy is kind of what they're doing. Hypocrisy. I was trying to think of another example. I think y'all got it. I tried to write like good and bad. Like they're saying one thing, doing another. Hopefully that makes sense. Hypocrisy. Yay, this one's fun. Impeccable. Impeccable. It's kind of a longer word. This is like you look at a person and you can't really find anything wrong with them. Everybody messes up, but for the most part, their life, they just seem like they're an impeccable person. They try to live with integrity. They're honest. They have good morals. They try to do good things. Just impeccable. You can't find a blemish. You can't find like a dirty spot on their character. Impeccable. I'll do one more and we'll stop for today. Since we're already 10 minutes in. Thanks, guys. Fabricate. This is one that kind of has two meanings. Kind of can have a bad meaning or a good meaning. I'll start with the more negative meaning that people will use. So you could fabricate a story or fabricate evidence. And what you do is you're kind of making something up to make someone look bad. So if you fabricate evidence against someone, maybe they didn't really do it, but you make up a story that sounds like they did it. Or you make up evidence that makes them look bad. So it's kind of another way of saying that you're lying about something that is in a kind of a specific way. So you're fabricating a story about somebody, or fabricating something to look like they did something wrong. The good thing is a good way to use this too. So fabricate kind of means like make something. Well, it can also, the good way of saying it is you could fabricate an air conditioning system. So anything kind of industrial, mechanical, you can fabricate it. And that's a good sense of the word fabricate. So it's, both of them as a verb, you just kind of have to tell from the context of the sentence if it's good or bad. Well, that's it, guys. Hopefully you had some fun and keep practicing that English. I am confident that you can.